So I thought today it would be a good idea for me to do a pregnancy Q&A. This is my second pregnancy, as those of you who follow me you would know. So I thought it would be cool to answer some questions. So I asked for you guys to send me some questions on Instagram, and yeah, I'm going to pick some to answer because I don't want to babble on for ages, and I might do another one of these at another point at Vlogmas, so we will see. So question number 1 is, are you showing bigger or smaller than your first pregnancy? This is super hard to compare because I was pregnant over 2.5 years ago with Aurora Sky, so it's difficult to really say. I think with Aurora I didn't show for with Aurora I didn't show for a long time, and in the end I did get very big. The later stage of pregnancy is really when your baby really grows, and I think that's just what happened. I suddenly just ballooned, and it felt like it was like overnight as well. It wasn't like a gradual thing with Aurora, it was just like suddenly I felt like big. And yeah, but she definitely wasn't a small baby, because I thought she was going to be like a 6-pound baby, because most of the babies in my family have been about 6 or 7 pounds, and I was sure that was going to happen, and she ended up being 8 pounds 4, so she was pretty big. In fact, when she was born and they said that, I was shocked. It's difficult to compare. This pregnancy I definitely showed, I felt like from the get-go I looked a bit pregnant, and then gradually I've gotten bigger. Partly that's probably because your body might not hold it as well a second time, I guess. And I feel pretty big now, but I know that I'm definitely going to get a lot bigger. But I'm not sure that the baby would be as big as Aurora. It'll be interesting to see. My midwife said that she didn't think it would be as big as Aurora, probably because I'm running around after her all the time, so I don't have the same energy probably. But we will see. It'll be really interesting to know. I am going to be fussed if the baby was a tiny bit smaller. But yeah, so we will see. I think Aurora was a perfect weight. She looked super healthy and was like all cute and chubby, and I loved it. So we'll see. The second question is, have I found my second pregnancy harder or easier? This is really easy to answer. My first pregnancy with Aurora Sky was an absolute breeze. I felt like I didn't have morning sickness. I wasn't that tired. I don't know. It just didn't really feel like I was pregnant. And this pregnancy, from the start, it has just been way tougher. I had morning sickness from the get-go. I felt constantly tired. But I think all of these things also a combination of being pregnant when you have a toddler, because I think it's never going to be as easy. You know, if you're running around after a toddler all day, it's going to be full on. You just can't rest or put your feet up as much as you would with a first pregnancy. You can't always go to bed early, you can't always do the thing, you know what I mean, you can't always just sit and pamper yourself. So it's definitely been tougher in that respect, but I think you also just get through it. We're nearing the end now, and yeah, I feel like it hasn't been physically a huge struggle, but I just think that for me, having morning sickness and being super tired has been when it's been the toughest for me personally. So the third question is, did you want another girl? This is, I feel like so the simple answer to this question would be yes, if we could have picked. I think we would have picked another girl. It's when we spoke about having another baby, it's sort of, we envisioned her having a sister, and I just loved the idea of her having a sister. Obviously if it had been a boy, we would have been happy either way, because we would have had one of each, and yeah, it would have been nice. We're definitely very happy that we're having a girl, that's for sure. So yeah, it's exciting. The fourth question is, have you packed your hospital bag yet? I haven't packed a hospital bag yet. Although I'm having a home birth, this is definitely something that I will have packed, just in case something, you know, you never know exactly what's going to happen when you go into labour. You know, you can plan it as much as you want, but you really don't know. So say we have to go to hospital, I'll have a bag packed and it'll have everything we need in it, rather than trying to do that when it's in a situation where you're rushing to hospital. It's definitely not going to be ideal, and I think things get forgotten. And although Dunstan would be able to get things from home for me. It would be nice that if I had to go to hospital, I know I already have what I need. So that's definitely something that I will do regardless of planning on having a home birth. Question number 5, did you get morning sickness? So as I said in one of the other questions, I did get morning sickness this time around. I didn't with Aurora Sky. I think I struggled with this. I wasn't actually ever physically sick, and I know some people are, and I really feel for them because I don't know how I would have coped. I would have cried every day. I would have found that very tough. But I think for me, this is something that I struggled with because I didn't have morning sickness in my first pregnancy. It wasn't something that I even thought about when we spoke about getting pregnant. It just wasn't something I even thought would be an issue. But I felt sick from the moment I would wake up until I went to bed. I couldn't eat anything, and I think it went on for like, you know, until I was like 12 weeks pregnant. Every single day I found it so full on. And I hope that doesn't put anyone off, because you don't, like with my first pregnancy I didn't get it at all, so you know, you don't know if that's going to happen. And I think there's like it feels different for everyone. And like I said, I was never physically sick, but I just had the notion of like rocking constantly. And yeah, anything I ate was like super weird and definitely wasn't healthy. So yeah, when that ended, I was just like, thank God. I was very thankful when that ended. And yeah, although I did mention in one of my previous videos that I have had, in later pregnancy, I have felt sick again, it definitely isn't like it was with morning sickness. That was constant. This has been, I think, because I probably eat too much in one go and there's not enough room, and just tiredness, just general, you know. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of morning sickness. It's definitely something that if I ever had another baby, I would prepare myself that could happen. And I think preparing yourself and knowing something like that could happen, or be part of the pregnancy journey, it would have made it a heck of a lot easier. But yeah, I was definitely blindsided with that and just didn't even think about it, and I think that's why it hit me so hard. And yeah, it was crazy. And I think by the end of the 12 weeks I felt so sorry for Dunstan, because he must have heard me say that I felt sick at least 10,000 times. So well done, D. He's a good egg. So the last question that I'm going to answer today is, are you scared about... So the last question I'm going to ask... Oh my gosh! So the last question that I'm going to answer today is, are you scared about giving birth? The quick answer to this would be no. I don't feel scared about giving birth. It's definitely not something that I'm like excited dancing around and clapping my hands about doing. But I think for me, I wasn't scared with Aurora either. I think I knew it was part of what was going to happen. So I felt if I'm fearful about it, it's just going to make it worse. And I think I stayed pretty calm the whole time. I think with Aurora, I read a lot about pregnancy, about birth. When I got, I don't know, the last 2 months of my pregnancy, I constantly was reading pregnancy books and labour books. We went to an NCT group, we joined one, and that was one of the best things that me and Dunstan did, because not only did we meet other parents who were having babies around the same time, they also educate you about giving birth and all the things that you might not even know about that occur when you give birth. The whole process of giving birth is so much more in depth than I really knew, and yeah, I'm so glad that we did that. And I think that helped, because I think when you're educated in when you're a bit educated in something, it makes the situation a lot easier. So I would definitely advise to anyone, if you're feeling scared, to definitely read up, you know, speak to someone, join an NCT group if you can, or just, yeah, read up. I think it's super helpful, and the more you know, the easier it will definitely be, because nothing will be too much of a surprise in the process of giving birth, and I think that's really, really helpful. So I'm not feeling scared this time either. I think the calmer you can stay, obviously that's so much easier said than done, but the calmer you can stay about giving birth and going into labour, the easier it will be. And also it's it's going to happen, so there's not much you can do about it, apart from just really surrender and let yourself go with it. Is probably my best advice in that respect. So I think that is all the questions that I'm going to answer for today. I might actually do another Q&A at another point throughout Vlogmas, or even after Vlogmas, I don't know. So yeah, stay tuned, and if there's any more questions you want to ask me, put them in the comments, or just head over to my Instagram and I put a little box up so you can send me questions on there. And yeah, I will be answering more of them soon, I'm sure. And I hope you liked this video and you enjoyed day 4 of Vlogmas. Tomorrow we are going to get our Christmas tree, so I'm super excited, and Aurora is super excited. I feel like we've waited so long for this because it's been a whole week that we've been like, please, please, can we get this tree? And it's finally happening tomorrow. So we're very excited and I can't wait. And Dee will be in more of the vlog because obviously he works all week and he only has Saturday and Sunday off. So he will be in the vlog. And I think he will be pretty much doing it, and I'm just going to be guest starring at the weekend. I think that's how this is going to roll, because I have loved doing this, but it's definitely full on. And yeah, I'm going to go and watch The Grinch with Aurora. I promised we could watch it, so we're going to go and watch The Grinch now. And let me know what you guys think about the new Grinch on Netflix, because it's animated, and when I originally saw it, I thought it was going to be like the proper original movie, and it's not. It's slightly different storyline as well, and I think it's kind of a lot less scary, because I was a bit scared about Aurora watching the other Grinch, because although I absolutely loved it, it's kind of creepy. Like, he is scary. So I feel like it's better for like younger kids. But yeah, let me know what you think about the new version of The Grinch too. But yeah, we will catch up tomorrow. I hope you had a great day, and I will see you soon.